live a little bit earlier today. I wanted us to talk, of course, about what 9/11 is about, and what happened 20 years ago. And one of the big things that I always tout, 9/12/01 is one of my most favorite days in America. And why that is, as most of you know, I really love the unity of this country and what we're capable of doing when we actually unify. So we'll give it a second, let some people hop on here, and then we'll just kind of just chat for a minute. Won't be a long show. Just want to have a quick chat. Um, Russo's conversations earlier really. I was watching a couple of 9/11 documentaries, as I traditionally do on 9/11. I usually will watch quite a few, um, regardless of where they came from. Like could be Michael Moore doing something, which we all know him where he comes from, but I usually watch a lot of them just as a reminder of this day and what this day how this day changed America for a while, and then now where we're at today. You got to remember that. So go ahead and share this out. Let's get it out there. Get some likes. I see we could use some more likes. And then we're going to chat. We're going to talk not only about 9/11, we're going to talk about a couple other days and other experiences that unify people and to show that it can happen. And doesn't always have to be politics. It doesn't always have to be who you voted for. It doesn't always have to be whether you're a masker or an anti or a vaxxer. Color your skin. We're going to talk. So looks like we got quite a few people jumping in. So we'll just go ahead and get started. See everybody. Katrina, Denise, Lori, Donald. Glad Donald got his shirts today. They look good, buddy. So 9/11/01, we all know what happened. And so we don't need to recap that. To kind of cover where what I was doing that day. I was a sophomore in high school. And so I woke up that morning, got out of bed, remember walking into the kitchen. My grandma was making me some breakfast that morning, and she has this, like, back in the day, those little, like, 19-inch, not even 19-inch, this had to be like a little 13-inch TV on the screen. I just glanced at it as I was walking into the hallway, and it's like, oh, building's on fire, whatever. And I just went on about my day. And then I got to school. I heard it on the radio. A lot of what was talked about on the radio. And then my interest really peaked a lot about what was going on. So back then, I carried around a CD player that also had an FM radio built into it. So I was listening to the radio all the time. And that whole day, I was listening to all of the news and everything that was going on. And I was quite surprised because I saw only one building on tower, one tower hit when I left. And then by the time I got to school, the second one was hit. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? Something's weird. And so it piqued a lot of interest. Of course, there was a lot of talks. I was very ignorant, 15, 16 years old. Well, actually, I was exactly 15 years old at that time. And so I didn't really know much. I was always, my family has always been very proud Americans. And so that's what, when I saw that, I was like, whoa, what's going on? There's something going on in our country. This is not good. I knew at the time, because I was told about it from my family and friends that are military, that what happened in 1993 with the World Towers, same thing, not planes. They tried to do something else. And so it wasn't exactly the same people, but whatever. And I was like, wow, all right. And it opened my eyes. So I started paying attention to things with what was going on with the government. And that's where I always tell everybody, you guys heard a million times, my favorite day is tomorrow, 9/12/01. 9/12. Because that day, it didn't matter. We were all on the same team. It didn't matter. We were going to defend and fight and stand up and unify and support each other. American flags were sold out of every store you could. You couldn't even buy flags. If Amazon had them, they would be sold out too. But we didn't even have Amazon back then, I don't think. And you couldn't get more patriotic that day than ever in history. Maybe the day after Pearl Harbor. I think that could be a day of very good consideration. But that day is one that I remember because I experienced it. Um, and I want us to remember 9/11 is a day to remember the 3,000 people that have lost their lives that day. All of the military that has lost their lives going and fighting these 20 years of wars in between. And we have to remember that. But they also were very proud. They would be very proud of what they saw the day after on 9/12/01. You know, there was a lot of military people that enlisted after that to go and fight for this country. We have to remember those things. They didn't care. They were going to go fight along whoever was going to be next to them. It could have been a Bill Clinton fan. They didn't care. They were going to go fight. And that's one of the things, and like what Russo mentioned in his video today with being at Ohio State, everybody at the school was just united. They were there to have fun and be there for sports. They didn't really care on what your medical status was, if you were vaccinated or not, or whether you're Democrat or Republican, any of those things, or color of your skin. I want us to remember that the best way we can honor this day, 9/11/2001, is to be like every 9/12/01, every day of every year. We are all on the same team. We have difference of opinions, absolutely. We can talk about them, but no, we can talk about them. We don't have to put each other down. We can let people know, okay, you just have a difference of opinion. That's cool. We can still be friends. But I want us to start unifying together, one nation under God and one nation under one flag. Wrong shoulder. Camera's backwards. One flag. That's our American flag. And I wanted us to come and talk and mention a couple other scenarios that unified people, and I don't think people realize it as much. Hurricane Harvey was another scenario. When that hurricane hit, what did America do? You had people driving from all over the country to go down to Houston to help people. You had people from Wisconsin. You had people from Utah. I know plenty of people were going. I was trying to recruit people to go myself. And they were from all over the country. We can unite. We don't need issues like events to unite us. We can do it on our own. And that's what I wanted to remind us. So we have Hurricane Ida that just recently happened. We're doing great things for Louisiana to try to help them. We also got to be looking up in Northeast on how we can help them that were affected by the remnants of Hurricane Ida. And we need to just remember we can fight, like what Russo said, we can fight to unite. Not necessarily unite to don't fight. We need to start fighting to unite and understanding each other and seeing each other. And I want us to remember this day as how we can make a new, better country for us and our children and anybody that comes after us. And if if we can do that and start behaving like 9/12/01, we can make our country better. And it doesn't matter what goes on in our government, they cannot win. They won't. The country will work for us again. If we all unite and stand up and get together and understand each other's differences, the problems will go away. And that's what I would like to see us do. Now, we are 20 years, it's a 20-year anniversary. It's kind of hit me hard today. And I'm not sure why. And I think it's more due to the division I'm seeing. And I think we can be doing better. And I want to say we can do better at uniting. So I want to encourage everyone. I think Russo started this hashtag, American Pride Challenge. I would like everyone to go and just do a quick 5-minute live explaining why you love this country, what 9/11 meant to you, what 9/12 was for you, and start spreading the unity and the patriotism that we used to have in our country. I think that's one of the big things that we could start doing to get back to living and having a more healthy lifestyle within America, like what we used to have. Back in 9/11/01, like Russo said, we didn't have cell phones back then. It's weird. We also, I I am having Russo mentioned about all the college kids not being alive when this happened. I have 2 kids in my house that are going to public school, and it's surprising. My kids are homeschooled, so it affects me a little bit. They don't really give me that much of a difference, but my nephews are here and they're going to school, and I realize they have to learn about 9/11 from school. I ask them what they've learned, and it's kind of status quo and bland. It's we were attacked pretty much, and then they don't go into detail, which is very unfortunate. And it's okay because maybe that's some our opportunity as parents to give guidance and leaders and help unite people and let them know this is why this is an important thing. Tomorrow 9/12/01, we need to start behaving 9/12/21. We need to start taking it as it's 9/12/01 every day of every year. And that's what I wanted to call for and have a quick chat with everyone. I love you all, but please remember we have to start uniting. That's how we're going to do this. That's how we're going to fix it. It's how 9/11 would want anybody that has lost their life on 9/11 would want us to do. Is it's we it was a horrible day, and we got to remember the 3,000 people plus people because of all of the military. But we have to remember uniting us. We are going to get this. We will get together. But I just wanted to have a quick chat, let you guys know what was going through my mind. Do the American Pride Challenge that Russo was throwing out, and I encourage everyone to do the same. You can do that. That's how we can start this. And then let's start spreading that everywhere. So make sure do the American Pride Challenge. Go ahead and share your experience from 9/11, what it meant to you, what 9/12 meant to you, and let's start spreading the patriotism that we used to have in this country 20 years ago. Okay? Love you guys. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you guys later.